Right, how are we doing? So what I'm going to do now is go through multipliers and of basically decimals, and in terms of kind of increases and decreases with decimal multipliers. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to briefly explain what increase multipliers are. So let's say we've got to do an increase of 12%. Okay, so an increase of 12%. What you do for that is you're increasing a value, 100% of that value, by 12%. Okay, so 100% add 12%, you're trying to find basically 112% of that value. Okay, so to find the decimal multiplier of that, you need to do 112 divided by 100. Okay, and that gives you 1.12. So if you wanted to increase something by 12%, all you would have to do is just multiply by 1.12. That would be the decimal multiplier. Okay, so an increase of 12% is multiplied by that. Okay, now in a similar way, if you want to do a decrease, okay, so decrease multipliers, a decrease of 12%, you are looking for a value taking away 12% of that value. If you think about percentage change, the way we did it before, is find 12% and take it away. So this is what you're doing: 100 take away 12, which gives you 88%. Okay, now you might already be able to guess what a decimal multiplier is. So you do 88%, or 88 divided by 100, and you get 0.88. So if you want to decrease something by 12%, you times it by 0.88. Okay, so when you've got repeated percentage change, that's the one that I'm gonna get in issues about. But if you just got an increase or a decrease, that is how you would do it: 100 add for an increase, or 100% take away, divide by 100, and those are your decimal multipliers. But for repeated, what you would need to do is along the same kind of line. So say we got an increase of 11%, then an increase by 11%. Okay, so increasing by 11% twice. Okay, so an increase of 11%, I'll show you on this one, but we do 100 add 11 equals 111%. 111 divided by 100 is equal to 1.11. Okay, hopefully that makes sense kind of from what I did kind of previously. Now, if you're increasing by 11%, then another 11%, okay, to do one increase of 11%, you need to multiply by 1.11, okay, but then you'd also be doing that again, so another increase by 11%, so you do 1.11 times 1.11, okay, that would be an increase of 11%, that would be another increase of 11%. Okay, so if you do 1.11 times 1.11, you would get 1.2321. So what you have to do for two increases is times 1.11 by 1.11. You get 1.2321. Okay, now if you need to find out what exactly the percentage increase is for that, you might already be able to see you're going above 1, basically doing this kind of in reverse. If you convert that into a percentage, okay, by times by 100, so 1.2321 times 100 equals 123.21. Okay, you have gone up 23.21, so do 123.21, take away 100, and that gives you 23.21. That would be the actual percentage increase. So if you're going up by 11%, up by 11%, in one go, you could just times or just go up by 23.21. Hopefully that makes a bit more sense. Okay, now I'm not going to worry so much about the kind of first bit, but down here, let's say you wanted to increase by 13%. So in a similar way, an increase of 13%, questions before, would be 1.13. okay, as a decimal multiplier. Hopefully that makes sense where I've come from that before. Now a decrease of 5%, if you need to go back to what I did with decreases before, you'd find 100%, take away 5, so that's 95%. Oh, sorry, I've done that as 15. So what you do is 100 take away 15, in this case, which is 85. So as a decimal multiplier, that would be 0.85. So that would be the first multiplier, that would be the second multiplier. So you do one, then you do the other. To find what the combined one would be, you times them together. Okay, so 1.13 times 0.85 is 0.9605. So if you wanted one multiplier to do both of those, that would be it. But you need to find what the percentage is. There's a couple of steps to this. I would do 1 take away 0.9605. Because it's a decrease, that's what you need to work out, is equal to 0.0395. Okay? Then what you do is you times that by 100. And that is your final percentage. Okay? So increasing by 13, then decreasing by 15. Okay? Increase by 13 times by a decrease of 15 gives you that. Okay? And that, one take away that, is 0.0395 times by 100. So both of those combined would be a 3.95% increase. Okay? Oh no, sorry, a 3.95% decrease. I'll put that as decrease there. Okay? Now, if that still doesn't make a lot of sense, hopefully the last one will. If you've got a decrease by 23%, you do 100, take away 23, which is 77, which would be 0.77. So that, as a decrease, decimal multiplier would be 0.77. Hopefully that makes sense. An increase by 15% here, I've actually done that as 5 in the previous one. See how I got that mixed up, but don't worry too much. So an increase of 5% would be times 1.05. Those combined would be 0.8085. So those two decimal multipliers we just work out as that one decimal multiplier. But you need to work out what that is as a percentage decrease. Okay, it's under 1, that means it's definitely going to be a decrease. So again, what we do is 1 take away that again, and that gives us 0.1915. I then times that by 100, so 0.1915 times 100 gives me 19.15. Okay, so that would be my percentage decrease, and I've kind of run out of paper. Okay, but hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so you find the first, so the decimal multiplier for the first, times the decimal multiplier for the bottom, okay, times them together, and then work out what percentage it is. If it's above 1, just take away 1 from it, or take away 100 after you've multiplied it. If it's a decrease, you take it away from 1. Okay, hopefully that makes a bit more sense. Obviously, let me know if it doesn't. I can always go through a few more specific examples for you. Okay.